Urgent Atlanta Falcons fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Atlanta Falcons updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey, Falcons fans, sit tight because today we've got some breaking news that could shake up the entire NFL landscape, and especially, our beloved Atlanta Falcons. You know, it's that time of year when the offseason is heating up, rumors are flying around, and the league's biggest stars are being linked with new teams. And right now, the buzz is all about a superstar free agent whose future is hanging in the balance, somewhere between staying with his current team or making a jaw-dropping move that could change everything for the Falcons. Trust me, you don't want to miss a second of this, because what's happening right now is nothing short of historic. So, buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into all the details, the speculations, and the potential impact of this massive move. Now, imagine the scene, the NFL offseason, a period filled with intrigue, negotiations, and those very delicate, sometimes secretive, discussions behind closed doors. It's where careers can be made or broken, and teams are eager to add that one piece that could push them over the edge. And one of those pieces right now is a player that has dazzled fans, dominated defenses, and been one of the league's highest-paid stars, an free agent with a price tag rumored to be around $80 million. That's right, $80 million. It's a figure that immediately grabs your attention, and when you think about a player with that kind of value, you start to realize just how impactful his decision could be for whichever team ends up signing him. Now, let's set the scene a little. This player, whose name has been kept under wraps in many reports, is considered one of the most talented and versatile in the league. His skill set is truly exceptional: elite pass rushing ability, versatility to line up on the edge or inside, and a knack for making game-changing plays. He's been a cornerstone for his current team, but now, with the NFL's free agency period in full swing, his future is more uncertain than ever. The rumors have been swirling for weeks, suggesting that his departure from his current team is not just a possibility but an almost certain reality. And the teams in the mix? Well, they're lining up, trying to make their case, but one team that's been gaining particular attention as a potential landing spot is the Atlanta Falcons. Now, why would the Falcons be interested in a player like this? Well, for starters, Atlanta has been steadily building a more competitive roster over the past couple of seasons. They've made smart draft picks, brought in solid veterans, and are clearly aiming to contend sooner rather than later. But they've been missing that one game-changing pass rusher who can consistently get to the quarterback, disrupt the backfield, and energize the entire defense. Adding a player of this caliber, with his proven track record and undeniable talent, could be exactly what the Falcons need to take that next step forward. Think about it, a defense that already has some promising pieces, but now with a superstar addition, could become one of the league's most feared units. That's the kind of impact this move could have. And let's not forget the broader context. The Atlanta Falcons, despite showing flashes of brilliance, have been stuck in a bit of a rebuild cycle, trying to find consistency and that winning formula. Bringing in a top-tier free agent could accelerate their progress and send a clear message to the league: hey, we're here to compete, and we mean business. Plus, the Falcons have been aggressive in free agency before, not shying away from big contracts and bold moves. Remember when they signed players like Calais Campbell or Casey Hayward? Those moves showed they're willing to spend for talent, and this current scenario seems to follow that pattern. Meanwhile, the team that currently holds the players' rights, the Chicago Bears, are in a bit of a different position. They're in the midst of a rebuild, trying to find their identity after a series of challenging seasons. The Bears have been building through the draft, developing young talent, and trying to lay a foundation for future success. But losing a player of this magnitude, especially one valued at $80 million, would be a significant blow. It's not just about losing a star, it's about what that signifies in terms of team direction and future prospects. For the Bears, negotiating this kind of deal is a tough pill to swallow, especially when they could be looking at a rebuild of their own, trying to find new players to fill the void and develop into the next wave of talent. Now, what are the possible scenarios here? Well, first, there's the obvious: this player could choose to stay with the Bears, either because of the contract offer, familiarity, or a desire to build something long-term in Chicago. But let's be honest, the buzz is that he's leaning toward exploring new options, and the Falcons are right there, ready to make a splash. The allure of Atlanta, with its recent roster improvements and the potential to be part of a team on the rise, is incredibly appealing. Plus, the Falcons have been making moves in free agency, signing veterans, and trying to position themselves as serious contenders for the upcoming season. And here's where it gets even more interesting. The negotiations are said to be progressing behind the scenes. While nothing is finalized yet, sources close to the situation suggest that the Falcons are willing to offer a lucrative deal, possibly exceeding some of the other contenders vying for his services. The question now is whether the player values the money, the opportunity to compete at a higher level, or perhaps a combination of both. Because, let's face it, this isn't just about the dollars, it's about the chance to make a real impact, to be part of something bigger, and to leave a legacy in the league. For us Falcons fans, this is the kind of storyline that gets everyone talking. Imagine the headlines: Falcons land superstar free agent, or new era begins in Atlanta if this deal goes through. It could change the way people see the team, not just in terms of talent, but also in terms of ambition. The Falcons have been building steadily, but adding a player of this caliber could accelerate their timeline and shift the perception of Atlanta as a serious playoff contender. And with the NFL's free agency frenzy now in full swing, every day brings new surprises, new rumors, and new hopes for fans eager to see their team step up. Of course, we have to consider the potential impact on the team's chemistry and dynamics. Bringing in a star of this magnitude can sometimes shake things up, positively, if everything aligns well, or negatively if egos clash or if the team isn't ready to integrate such a high-profile player. But knowing the Falcons' coaching staff and front office, they've shown a knack for managing personalities and building cohesive units. They understand that adding elite talent requires careful handling, and they're likely to do everything to ensure this transition is smooth and beneficial for everyone involved. Looking ahead, the upcoming weeks will be critical. As the NFL offseason continues, the window for signings and trades is narrowing, and teams are scrambling to finalize their rosters for the upcoming season. The Falcons, with their targeted approach, might be on the verge of pulling off one of the most significant acquisitions of the offseason. If this deal happens, it could set a new tone for the franchise's future, one where they're not just trying to compete but aiming to dominate. And let's not forget the fans. The energy and excitement around this potential move are palpable. Social media is buzzing with speculation, fan forums are filled with debates, and everyone's trying to predict what's next. It's that kind of offseason where the league's landscape can shift dramatically overnight. The Falcons have been steadily improving, but this move, if it materializes, could be the game changer that puts them over the top. So, what do we expect to happen from here? Well, it's a waiting game now. The negotiations are ongoing, and although nothing is official yet, the signs point to a very real possibility that this superstar free agent might soon be donning the red and black of Atlanta. The team's front office has been strategic, and if they can close this deal, it will be a bold statement of their intentions for the upcoming season. The player himself would be stepping into a new chapter, a chance to be part of a team on the rise, with a passionate fan base eager to see him succeed. Now, I want to emphasize how significant this could be not just for Falcons fans but for the NFL as a whole. When a player of this magnitude switches teams, it sends ripples across the league, affecting team strategies, fan expectations, and the overall competitive balance. It's one of those rare moments that remind us why we love this sport so much: the unpredictability, the drama, and the sheer excitement of seeing your favorite team land a superstar. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think the Falcons are the right fit for this player? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him in the red and black? Or do you think this is just another rumor that will fizzle out? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons' future. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned, because this offseason is just getting started, and the best is yet to come. In the end, regardless of what happens, one thing's for sure, the NFL never stops surprising us, and the Falcons are right in the middle of this exciting story. Whether this player joins Atlanta or not, the buzz, the speculation, and the passion from the fans will keep this story alive. The offseason is a roller coaster, and right now, we're all strapped in, waiting to see what the next turn will bring. So, keep it locked here for all the latest, because when it comes to the Atlanta Falcons and the NFL, the best is yet to come.